What's up, everyone? FTWitachi here. You know what it is. Thank you all very much for tuning in. So, really quickly, as you guys have noticed, I have said the same thing in a bunch of other live updates for you. Basically, what's going on is these are not supposed to be daily uploads. They're basically supposed to be extra uploads along actual content that gets released. But I haven't caught up on my daily grind yet. I've just recently gotten back, so stay tuned. For right now, these live updates are kind of a part of my daily upload schedule. But for those of you tuning in, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get to it. Treasures await in Azshara. Rise of Azshara, June 6th by Blizzard Entertainment. Let's go ahead and check out what these treasures are all about. A treasure trove of new mounts, pets, toys, gear awaits in Rise of Azshara, which is the next patch in World of Warcraft, and they've rounded up a selection of what's available to help us formulate a plan of freaking action. So to start off, we got some mounts, and to pictured mount is the Snapback Scuttler, which is a crab mount, which actually pisses me off because you're sideways, but a lot of people have been asking for this, so it is what it is. It's a crab mount. It's a crab mount. So the source of reputation, Ankoan Wavery exalted with the Ankoan. The vendor is Artisan Okata. You can get Dusky Waycrest Griffin exalted with the Order of Embers, and the vendor is Quartermaster Alcorn. You can get the Proudmoore Sea Scout exalted with the Proudmoore Admiralty. You get the vendor of Provisioner Frey. You get the Captured Swamp Stalker exalted with Talanju's Expedition. Vendor is Provisioner Jilisha. You get the Spectral Peterowing. Exalted with Zandalari Empire. Vendor is we're getting mounts from the vendors finally, fam. Hopefully they're not expensive because I got no gold right now. You can get the Voldenai Dune Scraper, exalted with Voldenai. Vendor is Hordagena. You can get the Rust Bolt Resistor, exalted with the Rust Bolt Resistance. Vendor is Stolen Royal Venderbolt. You can get the Stormsong Coast Watcher, exalted with Storm's Wake. Vendor is Sister Liliana. And you can get the Unshackled Wavery exalted with the Unshackled Finder Pruch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total reputation styled vendor mounts. And again, this is the Snapback Scuttler, so let's go ahead and get to the others. Next up, we got 3 total sources of achievement mounts. Again, the Snapback Scuttler is the achievement of Undercity Usurper. You get the Azshari Bloat Tray. You get the achievement of Gloria the Palace Raider. And then you also can get the Mechacycle Model W with the achievement of Mecha Done. So those are 3 mounts that you can get from the sources of achievements. Another one from the sources of professions is the Zilliwila, what the fuck? The Ziwilag ATV profession is blacksmithing and engineering. Oh crap. You have to have both, or can you just be a blacksmith and an engineer? Who knows? Next up, you got some mounts from Quest. Scrap Forged Mecha Spider, Quest Mechagon, drive it away today. Snapdragon Kelp Stalker, Quest Najatar, good girl. Cool. Child of Torkal, Quest Zoldazar, Wander Not Alone, and the Deep Coral Snapdragon Quest Najatar, Wild Tame. Next up, of course, sources from raids and dungeons. Aerial Unit R21X Drop. King Mechagon, Operation Mechagon. And then you get the Mechagon Peacekeeper, drop HK8 Aerial Oppression Unit, Operation Mechagon as well. Next up, you get some rare creatures. Basically, Fabius, it drops from Fabius. Royal Snapdragon is a drop from Najatar. The Junkeep Drifter is a drop from Mechagon Rustfeather. And Rusty Mechanocrawler is a drop from Mechagon as well. And then last but not least, of course, you get some sources, regular vendor mounts that are not purely attached to a reputation. Inkskill, Deep Seeker, Vendor, Najatar, Crafticus, Mindbender. X995, Mechanocat, Vendor, Mechagon, Pascal, King, and then you also get the Crimson Tide Stallion. Vendor is Najatar's Myrrh. Interesting. Don't know what Myrrh is. Oh, look at these pets! The hand looks absolutely beast, though, not gonna lie. Pictured is Lost Robo Grip, which is the hand, Kelp Fin, which is in the middle, which is the Naga, and the Rusty Root Snooter, which is the man. Sources and achievements, Burnout achievement, Maloned, and then you also get Kelp Fin from the achievement Team Aqua Shock. Sources of island expeditions get new companion pets. Adventurous Hopling is a drop from the island expeditions, and a ghostly Whelpling is a drop from island expeditions. Source battle pets or pet battles. Rust Bolt Clucker, Pet Battle Mechagon, and Rusty Root Snooter, Pet Battle Mechagon. You can also get sources of reputation. Reputation, I see. Damplight Slug, revered with the Unshackled. Vendor is Atolia Sea Pearl. Prismatic Softshell, revered with the Ancoan. Vendor is Speaker Utia. And then Misty Fur Snooter, honored with Rustbolt Resistance. Vendor is Stolen Royal Venderbolt. Next up, you get some quest pets. Brilliant Glimmer Shell, Beauty in the Deeps, and then Lustrous Glimmer Shell, which is Glittering Shell. New Junkyard Tinkering, which is from some sources. Microbolt XD Profession Junkyard Tinkering, and Utility Mechanoclaw Profession Junkyard Tinkering. So I'm assuming this is something to do with a new profession source for engineers. I'm just assuming. Kind of like Goblin and Gnome Engineering. I'm hoping. Source, Raid and Dungeon, Operation Mechagon, both. Golden Snorf, drop is King Mechagon, and Microbot AD drop is HK8 Aerial Oppression Unit in the operation of Mechagon. The Eternal Palace also drops the Lightless Ambusher, which is a drop from Lady Ashrain, the Mind Lost Blood Frenzy, which is a drop from Blackwater Behemoth, the Nameless Octopod, which is a drop from Zakul, and the Zanchari Poker, which is a treasure from the Azshara Tresh. Source, which is Rare Creatures, and then you got from Najatar, Amethyst Softshell from Amethyst Spireshell, Brinestone Algan from Avalrius. You also can get Budding Algan from the Rockweed Shambler. You can get the Cavern Dark Nightmare drop from the Cavern Dark Terror. You can get the Chitterspine Needler from the Needlespine, Coral Lashling from the Carnivorous Lasher, the Daggertooth Frenzy from the Daggertooth Terror, the Glittering Diamond Shell from the Sandclaw Stone Shell, the Murgle from King Gakula. You can get the Necrofin Tadpole from. There's a lot of drop ones. Blind Light, Pearlescent Glimmer Shell from Iridescent Glimmer Shell. Scale Blood Hydra is a drop as well, which they didn't announce. Sea Fury, which is a drop from Prince Typhonus. Skittershell Eel, which is from Vorkuth. Spawn of Nalada, which is the Elder Spawn Nalada. Storm Wrath you can get from Prince Vortan in Nashatar, and Wriggler, which is a drop from Myrkul in Nashatar. You can also get some Mechagon drops, Arachnid Skitterbot from Mecharantula, the Bone Biter from Bone Picker, Lost Robo Grip from the, oh, that's the one that I want, Malfunctioning Beastbot, the 00X35MG from Mechagon, which doesn't have a pure drop just yet, but I'm assuming it can drop from anything. And the Snowsoft Nibbler from the Fungarian Fur, and the Spraybot OD from the Leptobos. Damn, how many freaking drops are there from treasures now? Slimy Sea Slug, Najatar. You can get the Echoing Oozling from the Irradiated Boss of Assorted Parts, the Slimy Dark Hunter from the Slimy Cocoon in Najatar, the Slimy Eel from the Slimy Cocoon in Najatar, Slimy Fangtooth from the Slimy Cocoon in Najatar. All of these are from the Slimy Cocoon. So Slimy Hermit Crab, Slimy Octopod, and Slimy Otter. And you can also get the Sandclaw Nest Cedar from the Glimmering Chest in Najatar. And last but not least, from vendors. Chitterspine Devourer, which is a vendor from Cafticious Mindbender in Najatar. Crypt Fiend vendor is Sean Wilkers from Eastern Plaguelands. Drowned Hatchling vendor from Phelana the Handler. Not too sure why we have to go back to Eastern Plaguelands. Pearlescent Glimmer Shell vendors Artisan Okata and Finder Pruk from Najatar, and Ziggy vendor Sean Wilkers from Eastern Plaguelands. We gotta go back to Eastern Plaguelands for something. Alright, we got a toy. This one's pictured. It's called the Hyper Compressed Ocean. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. Can you fish from it? Oh no, it looks like it's a fishing attachment, which would be pretty cool. Achievements, the Hyper Compressed Ocean, the achievement Secret Fish and where to find them. Sources, Najatar PvP rewards, the Alliance War Banner, Najatar PvP reward, Horde War Banner, Najatar PvP reward, Alliance Standard, as well as the Horde Standard. Sources for Quest, Ancient Torn Talisman, Thank Your Guide, Book of Unshackled, Tome of Tears, Heart of Champion, We Stand United, and Azeroth Mini Collection Mechagon. This item begins a quest, so that's probably going to be a drop or a given of some sort. And a collection of minis includes all of those. If you guys again want to pause the video and go more in depth on all these items, go ahead and do so. Sources: we've got Professions, Holographic Digitalization Hearthstone, Junkyard Tinkering. You get the Wormhole Generator for Cotiris from Engineering, and Wormhole Generator for Zandalar for Engineers. That's pretty cool. Source Reputation: you get the Rustbolt Banner, revered with the Rustbolt Resistance, and the vendor is Stolen Royal Vendor Bot. I've been saying Vendor Bolt, haven't I? Source Treasures and Rare Creatures: Eternal Palace Dining Set, drop from Nazjatar. Flopping Fish is a drop from the Ankoan Supplies or Unshackled Supplies. Judgment of Mechagon is a drop. Mechagon Saw Blades is a drop from Killsaw. Memento of the Deeps is a drop from the Ankoan Supplies and Unshackled Supplies. Ocean Simulators, a treasure from the World Arcane Chest Shop. Pearl of the Abyss is also a drop. Shade Scales, a drop from Nazjatar. Chef Sarah. Shirakes is a warning sign drop from Nazjatar. Tide Mistress Leth Sinja. Undulite Sea Lamp is a drop from Nazjatar. And last but not least is a Zanjir Weapon Rack drop from Nazjatar. And here we go. Sources for vendors: Jar of Sunworn Sand. Vendor is Otella Teneris. Ooh, going back to Teneris now too. Symbol of Graal is the vendor Nazjatar. Finder Pruk or Artisan Okata. Tauren and Gnome Heritage Armor are now coming into play. So I already made a video on that, so go ahead and check it out. But other than that, that's pretty much everything. So many new items to collect. So many new items to freaking purchase. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough currency, but other than that, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Love you all. Catch you in The Rise of Azshara.